struck dumb. Firstly, thank you to Paul and Megan for your support of local authors. I do hope the trouble you have gone to promote I Can See Clearly Now will reap rewards. Thank you to all those who have come along tonight and shown an interest in the book. It's great to see so many familiar faces, and a few not so familiar. Firstly, why was the book written? As you are probably aware now, my son and Astrid's daughter lost their lives in a car accident. Astrid and I were previously unknown to each other, but after being introduced, we began emailing regularly, pouring out our feelings of heartache over the loss of our kids. In retrospect, it was the ultimate therapy for both of us at the time. Her thoughts were in tune with mine, and needless to say, we formed a close bond, bonded by tragedy. Over time, we printed out the emails we shared, and after a few months, we had quite a stack. One day we commented, we could write a book with all these and maybe help people, and there the idea was born. What did we hope to achieve? Well, the main reason, I guess, was to capture our kids' memory in a way they would be proud. Tanja and John were typical of a lot of young people these days. They succumb to temptations of a modern world, but they live their lives with their hearts and humour in the right place, and we hope the reader can like them for all the right reasons. Astrid and I believe I Can See Clearly Now will help people experiencing grief. I scanned library shelves seeking some sort of comfort in my early days of loss, but all I could find was heavy material on religion, which offered no relief at all. A book such as I Can See Clearly Now would have been just what the doctor ordered at the time. I'm no scientist, but the book gives an honest account of thoughts on life after death, and my knowledge comes from only what I have experienced. All of us at some time in our lives mull over the subject, what really happens when we die. Through our kids, Astrid and I have been shown a glimpse of that unknown realm, the afterlife. We hope our discoveries intrigue you as much as they did us. If the reader can turn the last page and feel enlightened and maybe think about our story over a day or two, then Astrid and I have achieved everything we set out to do. We'd like to thank our musos, Kerry McInerney, Mark Nusky and Stevie T, top-class local talent, who are going to perform a tribute to I Can See Clearly Now. We are honoured to have these well-sought-after musicians at our launch tonight. I'd now like to introduce Astrid, my co-writer and friend, and before she comes forward, I'd like to publicly thank her for her work on the website and helping to get this book where it is now. Thank you, Astrid, and I'm proud to have you as a friend. Also, a big thank you to special friends Legita Sternbergs and Heather Heath, who played a part in getting the book off the ground too. Thank you.
I don't think I need to say anymore. You've done a good job, Margaret. I will add just a little bit though. I'd also like to thank Paul and Megan for their support and giving us the support to officially launch the book I Can See Clearly Now here tonight. Margaret has explained the motivation behind the book, and I would like to add a little bit to what she said. When we lost our children on that fateful August day, life as we knew it would be changed forever. Losing a loved one is something nobody wants to go through, and when it is sudden and tragic, with no time for goodbyes, you are plunged into a world of emotions you didn't know existed. As the roller coaster ride begins, the grief begins. You ask yourself, how are you going to make it through the heartache and pain? You ask yourself if you really want to. Grief is a very lonely journey. When Margaret and I met, we had no idea we would soon be emailing each other every day. sharing our deepest thoughts and feelings. Who can understand better than one who is travelling the same path? The loss of John and Tanja and the circumstances of the time left us with questions that would remain unanswered, we thought. When Margaret received an unexpected call from a friend saying she had received a message from John, we weren't convinced it was possible, but we were to discover over the months that followed that it was completely possible. I believe what makes I Can See Clearly Now unique and special is not only in the way that the story is told, but how we as two ordinary people were given our proof that the afterlife does exist. This is not a book about mediumship, although it does feature some well-known psychics. What sets this book apart from other books is it's not written by a psychic or a psychologist. I Can See Clearly Now is a book born from the hearts of two mothers. We share with you not only our journey through the grief and enlightenment, but also of anger, confusion, frustration, and self-blame brought on by issues separate from our grief. I hope others who have lost a loved one can find some comfort from reading this book, and those who have an interest in the afterlife find it a good read. I'd like to introduce Kerry.